had to take an early break to address this issue. I think this is the first in reality TV, a petition to remove Miss Wanda from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Wow, people are really pissed. And I guess this is the result of the big fight, beat down or attack or physical. I don't know what you want to define it as, because thankfully everybody is okay. But people are pretty upset that Miss Wanda is bringing so much drama to Love and Marriage Huntsville. And one, I guess, fan or ex-fan is so upset that she or he has decided to start a petition at change.org. The link is in the description. So before I get started, thank you guys for the increased views. Thank you for returning to the chatty chairwoman. Thank you for spending your break in the boardroom, board members. I so appreciate it. I could not resist coming on to talk about this. Do you think this is where reality TV should go? Where we go into the social and political realm and say, this person should be removed from reality TV? Isn't that totally up to production? Haven't we seen these types of characters in other shows? So is it a right for Miss Wanda to be on the show? Isn't that what reality TV is all about? And of course, in my other reviews, I said it's getting tacky, it's becoming ghetto, and that's Miss Wanda and Kiki's assignment. Of course, but is this the way we want to go? Is this a slippery slope? Because once we start to do petitions to remove people, then who will really bring the drama, right? Or is this the avenue? Once you open this door, does that mean from now on, when we don't like a character or we don't like what someone has done to someone that we really like on a show, that we're going to start a petition? I think it is a slippery slope. As of today, there are 4,104 signatures to remove Wanda from Love and Marriage Huntsville. And her last name is Wanda. Her last name is Leith. Wanda Moore Leith. And it says she is a menace to Black excellence. Her appearance on the hit OWN show Love and Marriage Huntsville has been fraught with ghetto ratchetness and chaos. And as a friend of the show, her appearance clearly not needed. She's not a good example. And then it goes on that she lies, instigates conflicts, aggressively confronts anyone who doesn't agree with her outdated, violent way of thinking. Wow. Outdated, violent way of thinking. That is, I mean, whoever wrote this is a real wordsmith, right? Because they just said it so eloquently, what we've all been saying all along. Now, understand me. Totally disagree with Real Housewives of Atlanta, Porsha's fight with Kenya, Porsha's fight with Cynthia Bailey, Porsha's fight with, what's the young girl's name? The Jamil, the behind the scene consultant. Totally disagree with Porsha's show and the fight between her, or the fight that we didn't see between her and Dennis. And I'm sure on other shows there have been fights as well. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Even though I had some coffee this morning, it wasn't strong enough, okay? And luckily it's a short week, so I'll get through and I'm going to make this day as productive as possible. I'm going to find some stronger coffee because the one that I have, you know how you have a selection of coffee? And you say, okay, I have a taste for a mocha, but you know the mocha's not strong enough. You need that Colombian kick in. So that's where I am right now. But so whoever wrote it is a wordsmith, and it says Wanda Moore Leith has to go. Not only is her behavior a black eye to this prestigious network, but the very premise Love and Marriage Huntsville as a vehicle to showcase excellence among African American entrepreneurs. It also says, Carlo King, you must listen to the people on this. Wanda Moore is not needed and no longer wanted, and she can taste her nasty food with her. Oh, correction. She can take her nasty food with her. So I think you don't attack a person's business as someone in business. Okay, I've been in business 20 years. You cannot attack somebody's business if you're trying to go after their personal character. Let those two things be separate. Don't attack her business. If you have a problem with her business, leave a review on her business, don't support the business anymore. But if you have a problem with her character, that is totally different. And these are two separate things we're dealing with here, right? Don't attack her business because that's how she eats, etc. I know I sound different, right? Because I think, even though I hate what Miss Wanda does to the show, her drama is necessary. But when it crosses the line and leads to violence, of course, we all should be concerned. But the truth be told, don't we think the producers put her up to it? Don't we think the producers put the bug in her ear to what? To bring the drama? Tiffany couldn't do it. Tiffany is now what? Pulled totally back. Stormy, we couldn't understand, so she couldn't do it. So the only one who's really been effective, it has been Miss Wanda. And you know what also made that effective for her? She loves social media. So you add that component to it, and she is a cash cow for Carlos King. So the question becomes, do you think Carlos King is going to get rid of Miss Wanda when Huntsville has saw a lag in the ratings? I don't think so. I think his next move, he's gonna bring her on the nightcap, his nighttime show on Saturday, and let her talk it up and chop it up with him and give her explanation. She is a friend of the show, but clearly she has a full cast member presence. So my only concern is once we start to do change.org for reality stars into the perspective of this person should be off the show, then we are going to go down a slippery slope. I think production knows the right thing, just like they did with Porsha, right? Wasn't Porsha off the show the next season, or she was demoted to a friend? I can't remember. But production knows what's right. And the biggest power that we all have as an audience is what? Not to watch. Not to watch. But to say, okay, we're upset with what she's done, let's sign a petition. I just think that might open the door for other shows, other cast members, or when Nene had the incident with the cameraman on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Should people have moved for a petition? No. Why? Producers knew how to handle it, right? And sometimes you never know. Well, I guess that's a different scenario, right? Compared to Miss Wanda being straight up nasty, dirty, low down, and ghetto. So I shouldn't compare the two. But my only comparison is this. When we disagree with a cast member or a friend of the show, is our next move as the audience, as the viewership, to go to change.org and insist they be removed by production. So that is my only concern. Sure, we have the right to do it. Sure, it demonstrates to the own network, hey, you guys better do something different. And sure, it may also tell Miss Wanda, pipe her down. But I don't know. It's a cash cow for Carlos King. Carlos King loves drama. What's the word on the street? Allegedly, supposedly, he was the one that fed Phaedra for the incident with who? Candy. So allegedly, he is the one, and that's why he was released from Roa. Allegedly. So if that is the case, then what? He loves the drama. There is no way in the world that Carlos King didn't know how this was going to shake out. Come on now. Come on. And even in all my earlier reviews, what did I say? Huntsville is dragging. They keep doing these filler scenes. This meetup here with Kimmy and Destiny. The meetup here with Tiffany and Kimmy. The meetup here with Stormy and who? And Mel. Those were fillers because they didn't have any substance to offer. I think if they go back to focusing on the businesses, they won't have to do these fake interactions to have content, right? And then they won't have to resort to the violence, because what drove us all and drew us all to Love and Marriage Huntsville? It was the entrepreneurship. It was the families. It was the beauty. It was the fashion. It was seeing handsome black men on television engaging in business, networking, joint partnerships, joint ventures, buying property, building legacy, showing that to their children. That's what drew us there. And if we don't like what's being seen now, just switch the channel. So my only thing is, we might become so offended by someone or somebody's action that we will use this change.org in so many more scenarios when somebody just needs a chance to reset. That's all I'm saying. So that link to change.org, in case you want to sign it, is in the description. It's going to be interesting to see how this pans out. But this is a cash cow for Carlos King. I'm going to see how he plans to address it, because it's right now in his in his lap. He can't ignore it. He can't act like it didn't happen. People are in an uproar. And maybe he might advise his cast members to stay off social media. Because honestly, I think we wouldn't have known about it, or it probably would have seeped out a lot slower. It would have been more gossip if Mel hadn't gone live from the shoot. So remember, Mel started out, she was going live, they were shooting, they were filming, and someone told her, do not go live. If she had not gone live, and then once she had done her scene, returned back to go live and heard the incident with Martell, then it wouldn't have seeped out with video footage, right? So maybe he'll tell the cast members to stay off social media, to stop doing lives, to stop doing interviews. But then on the flip side of that is what? The show's popularity will really drop, because it's all of the stuff that we see on social media that keeps Love and Marriage Huntsville so interesting. So much more interesting. Can you imagine if Love and Marriage DC added that component? The show would move a little faster because we would constantly be in their lives. So there are two sides to this, and my only concern is that once this starts, we will use this model for all reality TV shows, when sometimes a person just needs an opportunity to reset. Not saying it's not right. I think the change.org brings the issue right to Carlos King's lap, lets him know that Black reality TV should be excellence. It should be uplifting. Of course, it can have drama, but never should it have violence. Totally agree. So that point in that regard, totally understand. If you want to sign the petition, which right now is at 4,104 signatures, and it was launched when? So the fight was on Saturday. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 days ago, including a holiday. So I think that's pretty good traction. And one of the notes on the website says that if it gets to 5,000 signatures, then it may generate a media story, making it an even bigger issue. So I'm going to be on the lookout to see if Wanda goes live at any time. I'm going to be on the lookout to see what Carlos King says on his King of Reality podcast, and of course the nightcap. But certainly he's going to have to address it at some point. But we got to admit, if Wanda was not on this show and Melody and Martell had stopped filming together, this show would be dead on arrival, right? Dead on arrival, because Maurice and Kimmy don't bring enough action. They're not even interesting to watch. Her fashions are very interesting. To hear their business ideas and growth, very interesting. But outside of that, outside of the monster story and his first wife, which has passed about 2 seasons ago, they really don't bring any other interest to the show. Destiny is interesting. When or if she ever reveals what happened to her marriage. I mean, she did tell a little bit about it during the reunion. Maybe if she starts dating on TV, that would be interesting. And then Tiffany and Lewis haven't revealed anything. We don't even know what they do, what their professions are. I mean, they're very good at matching up for the confessionals, but they have no depth at this point. I know she's going to go find her biological father, I think it is. So that should be interesting. And then who else? I mean, Tisha and Marceau. I mean, they're coming after their marriage full steam ahead. And what is a mother going to do? Protect her child. But I think Miss Wanda is part of the problem, right? Because she is the one that keeps bringing all of these issues to the forefront. So we got to be honest. If Miss Wanda's not on there, even though she declasses the show, what would happen to Love and Marriage Huntsville? like I said too, one of the suggestions may be to bring in new people. Maybe bring in new people. And if Carlos and Productions decide to remove Miss Wanda, bring in people with high energy, but not necessarily to declass the show, but just to bring a little edge, personality. We need a Nene Leakes on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Melody was more of that when she was filming with Martell, married to Martell, but we need a Nene Leakes on that show. Someone who just has personality, and every time they get on screen, you know they're going to say something funny, entertaining, or memorable. So that's the problem. They're using all of these individuals to collectively give us what a Nene Leakes would. So therein lies the challenge for Carlos King, and we will see how this pans out. So once again, the link to change.org is in the description in case you want to go and sign the petition. We're going to continue to track this issue, but let me know in the comments, do you think signing a petition is the way to go for addressing Wanda? Are you planning to sign a petition? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for coming back. Boy, when you return to watch my channel, it really helps the algorithm. It really helps me in the YouTube streets. So thank you so much. And when you hit the like button, it really makes my day. So don't forget to subscribe before you exit. Thank you for your time, because you can be anywhere in these YouTube streets, and you chose the Chatty Chairwoman. Bye-bye.